Today, we're diving into a huge and often totally invisible challenge facing one of the world's most essential industries. It's a risk that can stop operations cold, put safety on the line, and cost a fortune. And believe it or not, it has nothing to do with the actual tracks or engines. So let me ask you this. When you think about what keeps a railway safe, what pops into your head first? Is it maintaining the tracks? Signal failures, maybe? The condition of the trains? Yeah, those are all super important, for sure, but they might not be the biggest danger. It turns out, the biggest risk might not be out on the rails at all. It could be hiding in a filing cabinet. Seriously, we're talking about the danger of one single outdated piece of paper. The wrong schematic, an old safety procedure, a document that's just not right anymore. And this gets us to the rail industry's massive paper problem. Now, let's be really clear. This is so much more than just an administrative headache. In an industry with stakes this high, getting the paperwork right is fundamentally about safety and compliance. Insiders actually have a name for it, the compliance burden. Think about it. It's this constant, incredibly complex job of making sure every single person on every team has the exact right version of every document all the time. If you get that wrong, the consequences can be, well, pretty severe. So let's really dig into what happens when documentation goes sideways. How can something as simple as a piece of paper, or not having the right piece of paper, actually derail a multi-million-dollar operation? Well, with the old paper-based way, you're looking at a minefield of potential failures. You've got engineers working from outdated binders, critical documents getting lost or misfiled, and teams wasting hours just trying to find what they need. It's a mess. So what's the fix? What does a real digital solution actually look like? This old system creates some really scary risks. You get errors on the line because a crew is using an old spec sheet. When regulators show up to do an audit, finding proof of compliance is a nightmare. There's no single source of truth, so different teams might as well be working in different universes. And at the end of the day, it's almost impossible to prove you're operating by the book. So, with the risks being that high, how do you even begin to solve a problem on this scale? The answer isn't just to go paperless, no. It's about a complete digital transformation that turns this massive burden into a genuine business advantage. You know, the best way to picture this shift is to think of a huge, old, chaotic library. Every book is a slightly different version of the same story. Some have pages ripped out, and you have no clue which one is the correct one. A digital system takes all that chaos and turns it into a single, smart, instantly searchable encyclopedia that everyone trusts. A modern digital workflow really boils this whole thing down to 4 key steps. First, you store everything in one central digital library. From there, documents are automatically routed for approval. No more chasing people for signatures. Sign-offs are done securely online. And here's the kicker. The moment it's approved, it's instantly distributed to every single person who needs it. And the technology that powers this is pretty brilliant. It has features designed to solve every one of those old problems. Strong version control makes it physically impossible to use an old document. Role-based security means people only see the information they're supposed to. It even has offline access for teams out in the field and creates these perfect audit trails that make inspections, well, a whole lot less painful. Okay, but this isn't just a nice idea in theory. The real-world impact is something you can actually see and measure. It completely changes how teams work day to day. The most dramatic change is just pure speed. For rail maintenance teams across the UK, the time it takes to find a critical document has gone from hours down to just a few seconds. Think about that. That is an incredible amount of time given back to the people who are responsible for keeping the railways safe. And the difference becomes crystal clear when you put the before and after side by side. Where you once had errors from old paperwork, now you have those errors eliminated. A weak audit position becomes rock-solid compliance, and inconsistent work from site to site becomes standardized, because for the first time, everyone is working from the exact same playbook. And here's what's really crucial to understand. This isn't just one standalone fix. This document control solution is actually one piece of a much larger puzzle. It's part of an ecosystem of more than 30 integrated apps, all designed to work together. That means accurate information just flows seamlessly from one job to the next, transforming the entire operation. What this all adds up to is a completely new standard for safety and for operational excellence. It's a solution that's gone from solving an internal headache to getting major recognition for its innovation. For example, the SmartFleet system was recognized as a winner in the European Railway Cluster's Innovation Awards. Now, this isn't just a company patting itself on the back. This is a major rail innovation center validating that this approach is having a huge impact on the entire industry. So, what's the big takeaway from all this? It's that transforming how you handle documents is about so much more than just being efficient. At its heart, it's about fundamentally boosting the safety, the reliability, and the integrity of the whole operation. Which kind of leaves us with one last big question. If something as simple as disorganized paperwork can create such a massive risk for our railways, what other hidden, seemingly simple problems are holding back progress in other complex industries? It really makes you think, doesn't it?